Hello and welcome to today's video. So this time we've got two more entries in the Corgi Model Club for us to take a look at. We've got the Oldsmobile Sheriff Car number 237 and we've got the Triumph Herald Coupe number 231. So without further ado, sit back, relax and let's take a look. Okay then, so we'll start off with 237 here, the Oldsmobile Sheriff Car. Spring suspension seats and steering wheel. This is going to be quite interesting. I think this is the first sort of like services like police, fire brigade, that sort of vehicle that we've had so far in the range, and all looks pretty cool. So let's slide him out of the box. We're going to need to get my trusty screwdriver in there again by the look of it. There we are, just tease that one out. There we go. To glide out okay. There's a bit of there was a bit of foam inside the box like that, so it kept the siren in good order for its transit. So we'll put that back in there like so. There we go. Okay, so let's have a little look then. So that's a sticker on the side there saying County Sheriff. Oldsmobile. Very, very American this one, isn't it? Oldsmobile Super 88. Yep, no bonnets or anything like that. Now, it has got the suspension. So if you push down on it, you can, that is the spring suspension there. And inside, obviously, it's a left-hand drive because it's an American car, and it's got the steering wheel, and the red seats. Yeah, very nice. Display-wise, that looks great. That does look really, really nice on display. But if I was a kid, I don't think I would have chosen a police car. If it was me, I think there would have been better cars in the range that I probably would have fancied getting, but it's nothing to take away from it. It's a nice car. Now, as is customary with the Corgi Model Club, they come with a little certificate here, the Oldsmobile Sheriff Car 237. This is number 4057. I'm not sure the numbering on these, if it's like about 10,000 of each one. I'm not really sure if it's that high, but let's have a little read of what it says here then. So the Oldsmobile Sheriff Car Corgi 237, based on 1961's Oldsmobile Super 88, this classic American police car model was released in 1962. Corgi produced around 615,000, an indication of how influential US cop shows and movies were at the time. That's incredible, isn't it? Given glidomatic suspension and a roof-mounted emergency light, it was perfect for car chases across the living room floor. No doubt receiving chips to its paintwork as it collided with skirting boards and rammed into the hapless getaway car model. With its iconic black and white livery and silver foil, County Sheriff roundels on the doors, it stayed in the Corgi range until 1966. Corgi went on to produce two further Oldsmobile Super 88 models, a rather sedate family saloon, which was Corgi 235, and then in 1966 the classic feature-laden Man from Uncle Thrushbuster, which was Corgi 497. Now, wouldn't it be good if they could re-release the Man from Uncle car? I mean, they've done the Saint, and they've done the James Bond Aston Martin. You have to think that they could get the license to Uncle without too much trouble, but okay, it's a nice. It's not, for me, it's not my favourite in the range by any means. It's a bit sort of plain, but I can understand what they're saying there. The attraction, if you were a kid, you know, playing sort of cops and robbers, it would be pretty cool. And I guess the sorts of shows on TV, like the early spy shows and stuff like the American stuff like Dragnet, might have influenced the kids to get like a classic police car. But for me, it's all right. It's just a bit plain. I even wish it was a different colour, in all honesty, but it is what it is. So let's have a look at the second one. So the second one we've got to look at is the Triumph Herald Coupe number 231. Now, I don't know why, but I just tend to prefer the smaller Corgis, and this is not a lot bigger than the little bubble car, which was maybe up to about there, and it's the same sort of, it's got this by special request. I still am holding out that they will do 233, the bubble car, but no sign of it just yet. I guess it is such a very small car, and it may not seem like much value for money, but maybe they could release one with a double or something like that in 2 different colours or something, because the bubble car definitely did come in about 5 colours, I think, in total. Right, is it going to pop out? It looks like it's going. It's going. Oh, there we are. They do make these tricky to get into, don't they? Right, so let's have a look. What are we going to get? So it doesn't look like there's any sort of internal packing. Well, there was a little bit of foam at the bottom there. I would imagine that was being across the bonnet there, so it looks like mine's wedged into the bottom, so we'll just leave that there for now. And first of all, I really love that paint scheme. I know it's got the gold on the box there, but I like the powder blue. Very, very nice indeed. Let's say Triumph Herald Coupe. Red seats, right-hand drive, and this looks like it comes off, or comes up rather, to reveal the engine, which is quite nice, isn't it? That's an interesting feature. The doors are solid, they're just moulded in there, as is the back. So this one, once again, it's got pretty good suspension there. Yeah, it's another Glider-matic, look, spring suspension. So it does say opening bonnet, showing fully detailed engine with separate air filter, spring suspension, seats and a steering wheel. So yeah, that was all the little features. And you've got to admit, it's quite sophisticated for a die-cast that is that small when you think about it. So what does it say on the certificate here? So mine's number 4061. Triumph Herald Coupe, Corgi 231. Let's see. This classic British car was modelled by both Dinky and Corgi and is the perfect example of how differently each company approached their models in the early 1960s. Dinky chose the sensible 2-door saloon version, whereas Corgi modelled the rather racier fastback coupe. Furthermore, Corgi added an authentic lift-in bonnet and a highly detailed engine, including a removable air filter, so that's supposed to be removable. When you factor in the Corgi's carefully moulded red interior and the Glider-matic suspension, it was absolutely no competition as far as schoolboys of the era were concerned. Corgi's Herald was launched in 1961 and stayed in the range until 1965. It was available in 2 versions of the original car's famous 2-tone paintwork, in either gold and white or pale blue and white, which is the one we've got there. Just over 800,000 were made. That's astonishing numbers. 800,000 of those. Absolutely incredible. Now I think, even though the box shows the gold version, I think that's just going to display absolutely lovely. I'll have it like that. I think I'm going to have mine with the bonnet open. I think like that, like it is on the box. Maybe like that. I don't know. I'll get this one. In fact, I'm going to get both of these into the display case, and we'll have a look at the Corgi range as it stands right now on display. I have already got the very next month, so probably in about 3 weeks' time, I'll be able to do the next 2 models in the series. But let's just have a look at the display case. So there you go. This is how the Corgi Model Club are shaping up. Really, really fantastic. They do look just amazing when you get them all together. And I've got these in one of my IKEA display cases, and the top 2 rows are actually vintage Matchbox toys. But I have a feeling that over the course of the next year, I've got a separate display case. I'm going to move the Matchbox toys out and have them separate in like a separate display, and I just use this for the Corgi Model Club going forward. So there you go. Hope you've enjoyed looking through these latest 2 releases from the Corgi Model Club. Certainly a great series, and don't forget, it's easy to go back and catch up if you want to start. Thank you very much for watching today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you've not already for regular vintage diecast content. and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye.